Hello, nerds! Thank you for joining me here on Nerd News Clips. This is the second channel. This is the place for all of the short-form content as well as the individual sections and just generally speaking smaller things. If you are into the longer form content, youtube.com/generallynerdy is the place to go see that. With that out of the way, let's get into this. Comic books and books is the next section. We have a bit to talk about here. This is going to be more conversational and a little less educational. But starting things off, we have Joker, The Man Who Stopped Laughing. We talked about this book when it was announced. Issue number 1 is on shelves right now. It is by Matthew Rosenberg, Carmine D. I'm not going to say that last name properly. Giandomenico, Arif, Prianto, and Tom Napolitano. Woo! I apologize to all of you. But this is very interesting because in this book, it's not too much of a spoil because it's book number 1. You're at the very beginning of the story arc. But in this book, we have the Joker returning to Gotham, is looking to throw a little chaos into everybody's plans. Not just Batman, but all of the other rogues who have things going. Joker, generally speaking, when he comes back into town, just throws everything topsy-turvy because he's the Joker, and that's what he does. So this time, as he's re-entering town, he's met by some of the other rogues, specifically Two-Face, and I believe it was Black Mask, and the Riddler. And they said, you know what, boss? We're not even going to let the Bat kick your ass for us. We're going to do it ourselves if you don't turn tail and leave right now. And so apparently the Joker did. And this is the thing that I think is very strange, is that the news media, the comic book news media, are saying, well, this is a turn of events. We didn't see this one coming. The Joker's just going to leave. It's a book about the Joker specifically. And we're in the first issue, right? First issue. And so if the Joker's prime target, the main event for the Joker has always been Batman, and Batman lives in Gotham, and the other rogues are telling him to leave Gotham, and he's turning around like, well, I guess I'm just gonna go fry some bigger fish. I feel like you shouldn't take him at his word because he's the Joker. So I'm going to pass this one off to the nerds. Do you buy this? Oh, Joker's leaving Gotham. He's going to go find a bigger superhero to pester. Or is he just going to exact a bigger bucket of revenge against the other rogues who are threatening to beat his ass? Like, what? This is proof, and the source for this, I don't generally talk sources, but there's a link, I believe, and maybe there's not a link in the notes, but either way, the source for this is CBR. This is just further proof that CBR is not one of us. They do not staff a staff full of nerds. They staff a bunch of people who want to be writing for the likes of MSNBC, New York Times, whatever. These are not nerds. These are media types. Nerds run, the nerds would not take this at face value because that's a stupid thing to do, especially when dealing with a character like the Joker. But I'm rambling. Let's move to the next piece, shall we? Let's discuss all of this in the comments, though. So next, we're talking about Batman Urban Legends. We're talking a lot about DC and specifically Batman, just because it's kind of the stuff that I read the most. Even when it's bad, I'm still reading Batman. This one is the Urban Legends series. This is Castle Arkham on Haunted Wings. This is starts book number 20. It's the beginning of a new arc. This is just noteworthy because it came out and you should read it. This is another what-if scenario for the Bat. You get a different history for why Batman became Batman. You get a lot of quasi-steampunk and quasi-H.P. Lovecraft imagery, and oh my god, it's so freaking awesome. You should start reading this one. Like, this is a what if scenario, so just pick it up at issue number, well, it's issue number 20 technically, but that's the first of the arc. So pick it up at issue number 20 and just keep going until you get to the end of it, because It's even if the story is garbage by the end of it, the artwork is fantastic. And that is reason enough to have this book in your collection. Let's move on though. Next, we're talking about a brand new comic book, The Garbage Pail Kids Origins. Apparently the Garbage Pail Kids even need origins these days. So Garbage Pail Kids Origins is a new comic. It is turning the Garbage Pail Kids into superheroes. And again, conversational, not necessarily educational. And now you know that this exists. Do we need this? Is this, I mean, the Garbage Pail Kids work as the weird kind of not the Cabbage Patch Kids that they are. Do we need to like see them created? Do we need to see them as superheroes, or can't we just get quirky little side stories that make up a collection for every book? I don't understand why this is necessary. I love the Garbage Pail Kids. I've collected Garbage Pail Kids since I was a kid. I probably still have a stack over there in the off camera, but I don't get it. I don't understand why this needs to happen. Let's talk down in the description. All right, so that's all we got for comic books and books. Let's get to comic book suggestion. Actually, it's a book suggestion this week. We're talking OG Bram Stoker's Dracula. You should read it. The prose in this are worth the time. It is a little bit of a slog because Bram Stoker, it's old, so there's a lot of words, but holy man, oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. This is a fantastic book, and it is the Halloween season, so go read Bram Stoker's Dracula, won't you? So, once again, this has been just a brief segment from the larger episode that has been posted over on the main channel, youtube.com/generallynerdy. Go over there for the long-form content, or just subscribe here if you want it in bite-sized chunks. Thank you very much for joining me, nerds. We'll see you in the next one. Before we go, though, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.